Welcome now back into your levelsome. You are levelsome. We are levelsome. You are innately. Will you choose it? Will you choose dignity? Control. What a trigger word. Self. Spells. Another trigger word. Now, any one of these could be trigger words for any reason for anyone. But I feel on a mass scale, if you're in a first world country, control and spells are probably trigger words for a lot of people. Trigger words for what? To make them be on alert or fear. Spells, oh no, witchy. Control, oh no, you try to control people with racism, prejudice, financial control, whatever. Listen, that's the beauty of English, and ultimately any language. But we're talking about English. The words are what they are. However much you've been relying on the outside and the news and all these things on television to determine your reality, then to determine how much you're going to be afraid of these words or terms. When by default the words or terms carry no weight besides their numerical value. And your uses of this word or term, along with its internal numerical value, will determine if you are respecting the letters, terms, word, and numerical value, or if you are disrespecting the numerical value and letters and term within the term or word that is at hand. It's tools. They're tools. What you're going to use them for will be up to you. And you're going to either consciously be aware of your spelling of self. In other words, you're going to consciously be aware of your self-control in every moment, in every nanosecond and faster. Or you're going to give this power away for others to know your self-control. And for others to cast spells on yourself so they can control yourself through the spells they cast on yourself for their control of yourself via you giving it away to peer pressure, TV and fear worship, worried about your image in ratio to others, all this garbage, worried about how you can't say sentences. You can't demand respect of yourself because you know that you always live by giving respect. You can't demand respect from the outside. This is rubbish, garbage. You are creating your reality. You are, no matter what you're listening to, you have been. It's been being created by your self-spells throughout the years of your life. You got these things that constantly say, oh, I can't, or don't do, or no, don't ever. Don't. You're not understanding your flexibility. The words are the blank canvas. Whatever you're going to do with the words is up to you. So does that mean you can't ever use the word can't? Because I just said it. No, you got to be able to use any word at any given moment to describe yourself freely, to express yourself freely. That means now that means take caution and take optimal awareness on what you're using to constantly spell and describe yourself. You need to be able to say and use any word at any moment to optimally describe yourself. Spells to know your self-control. But then beyond that, you know what words, because you start having that openness, you know what words, you have learned what words, you will learn what words and terms to use consistently for yourself and your internal talk to be optimal, so you can know that your control self-spells is optimal. It's what anybody that's elite does. They have dominated their unapologetic care of their self. Internally, the word many people are afraid of, control, it reduces to a 7. Let's say I'm telling you right there, of course it reduces to a 7. Because that's the energy control means. God's favorite, the nickname for the 7 is God's favorite. Who's the only person that can control you? Forget about all these societal cool sayings and terms. They are detriment. You gotta let go of these outdated terms so you can integrate new, loving intellect. Intellect. Of course, 7 chakras in your body, in your physical vessel. 7 continents, you want to say, or there's really 5. Seven, masculine, spiritual, intuition, intuitive, holy, not in the religious sense. In the spiritual sense, due to the 7's innate ability to show no remorse when it comes to care. Will you care for your self-control? That's what control reduces to, 7. We already did self in the last video. It reduces to 6. The most beauty. That's the nickname. The most beautiful. So already we got control reduced to a 7 and 6 reduced, and self reduced to a 6. So it's showing you immediately. This is a profound terminology to gel together and apply to oneself. Self-control. The only person that has control, the only entity that has control over you is you. You're the only one making the decisions. You can look at turning on the news as like second nature all you want. No matter what, it's always a conscious choice that you make in the moment to do. Where are you directing your energy? What are you putting your energy towards? What you focus on will persist. It doesn't matter the topic. The only way to help for real, ultimately, is to claim self-control. Of your spells. If you just always turn on the news to have your reality defined for you through fear worship and scarcity propaganda, then this is in way and out the other. But I take it if you listen this long, you know that this is optimal. And an upgrade to having your reality told to you, having your limitations, having the physical, tangible world limitations told to you by people who don't know you, by people who have their own secretive and internal agendas. Hence why they're telling you there's limits, you can't, don't, etc. Now let's not get stupid here. We're not talking about going out and just hurting people and destroying things. If you think that repeatedly destroying things that provide service is an answer to anything, you are in denial of your ability to do this. To self-control, to control self-spells. If you want to honor anyone, I don't care what color, what nation, what they sound like, what their gender, what their sexual orientation, if you want to honor someone, whether they be living or not, this is what you do. You don't honor someone by causing more destruction and causing more potential physical harm to other vessels. Do I understand personally frustration and anger? Absolutely. But to keep only destroying things only as like that's going to be some type of solution, that is no solution. You're just proving how you need to be controlled by someone else if you think that the only solution is to just destroy. Because if you want to destroy, all right, you're going to destroy, but do you have a post plan? Do you have a plan for your children? For all those people who are destroying, think that that's do you have a plan for your children to get schooled after you've destroyed things? Or you just want to glorify acting like a Neanderthal because you think hiding your self-pain, hiding your integrity to take as a human, you think forever running away from facing yourself for real in the mirror is the answer, via acting like other people have been wronged. So it's okay for you to keep delaying your self-realization. No, it isn't. That is fear worship. That is fear worship. So you want to hone it in and bring it to this intellect. Control self spells. 6 is showing you the most beautiful is you. And without your vessel, what are you going to know to experience? Without you having consciousness and energy in your vessel, what would you know to exist? What would you think that there is to be afraid of? What would you know to work so hard for, to make sure somebody has the ability to live, to be all right if you're not there? Without your ability to see yourself in the mirror, to see your experience through your eyes, to see your arms, to see your feet, to feel your internal sensations, even before there was the invention of a mirror, to feel yourself was to know you are everything. To have openness, awareness to all of your internal feelings was your connection to know that there is nothing that will ever control you outside of you. It is all inside of you. That is why you don't need a mirror. You only see a mirror when you see water. Because it's showing you that you are the water. Inside, you are the water. You are the free flow of energy. You have been trained to compartmentalize and act like that's the way it has to be. What is compartmentalization? It's categories, separating everything as if it's really separated and then there's no connection at all to anything. Just because it doesn't look the same, just because it doesn't sound the same, just because it's in this category, just because it's in that category. No, stop your pretentious, surface level viewpoint imagery worship living. If you want a solution, you got to go inside. You got to go back inside. It's always with you first before anything you see outside. The internal feelings spark all interest first, no matter what. Yeah, once you turn the TV on, you go through some commercials. Yeah, it's going to try to affect you that way because those programs are designed to try to act like you should be giving them space inside of you so you can support them in what they put out. Do you know how to optimize your preference of existence? Do your honest self accept it in all moments? Spells reduces to a 2, because that's what I was just explaining. The 2 is the first indication of the other, any other. And it is to be ultimately respected the same way as the first. Because without the other, you have this experience is not what it is, no matter what. Duality is why the physical realm is possible. So respect the other that you're crafting for yourself. What are the immediate other of your physical surroundings? It is nothing more than a buildup of what you've done throughout the years to your self-talk combined with actions or lack thereof actions. So now optimize this self-talk, the spells. How are you going to know how to optimize? You're going to have to open up and share with the loved ones or the people who are for you, around you. If you don't know who's actually for you, you got to start being honest to see their reactions / responses based off of your honesty. Then you'll start knowing who's for you unapologetically, who's for the honest you. Then you'll know if you've crafted a bunch of associates and friends that just satisfy your games to run away from never facing yourself and never stepping into your true power of true talent. Know your control self spells. Spells is showing you too. What is spells? Spelling. Spelling. Spelling is the spells. What is spelling? It's the words you use constantly to yourself, inside of yourself, every day, throughout the seconds, and faster in between. What else is it? It's the topic and phrases and terms and words you like to use outwardly through your vocal cords, in your writings, in your social media posts, on your blogs, etc., through your communication with other people. These terms, words, and phrases and numbers you like to use constantly, is it designed to let yourself prosper? To allow all doors to be open? For prosperity, income in all ways? To allow personal boundary of self-dignity doors to be blocked and closed off for those who want to try to harness your energy in a disrespectful manner? Do you know how to do this? Are you aware of this? Subscribe to the You Are Levelsom channel. Share it, because that's all that's going to be coming out here. Is everything you hear and see and feel from this output is going to be showing you how to do this. And here you go. 2 is spells reduces. Know how to demand your spelling. What are you constantly telling yourself? What is your self-talk? It will manifest. Are you stuck on saying you can't? Are you stuck on saying you don't deserve? Are you stuck on saying you're better than? Are you stuck on saying nobody's going to reach your level? Are you stuck on saying those things only repeatedly? Those are ego trips. Come off it. Learn how to care about yourself unapologetically, so you don't have to go on ego trips. And so when you see anybody else, you know how to just care. You know how to just care directly. And sometimes that caring means, based off the other person and your energy, that means it's going to be just high and by. You got to know how to optimize this based off of your self-accepted honesty in any and all moments. And what do we get? Spells reduce to 2. Self reduce to 6. Control reduce to 7. So you get 7, 6, 2. What does it equal? You combine it all, 15. Obviously, numerology reduces all to one number, unless it's a massive number, but in most cases you can still reduce it. 15 reduces to 6. This whole phrase, control self spells, is the ultimate care of yourself. That's it. You got intellect, you got knowledge, you want interest in both, you claim you do, you want integrity, you want self-respect, you want dignity. Control self spells. It equals all, reduces to a 6. The 6, the number of the nurturer, the most caring, the most beautiful. Doesn't matter what's in between your legs, doesn't matter your gender, doesn't matter your sexual preference. If you're born on a 6, your karmic number, you have a 6, you got a life path 6, you can relate. This phrase reduces to a 6, control self spells. It is telling you, this is the most beautiful, this is one of the most beautiful actions to take for anyone's self. To control self spells. This is the care. This is the care. It is a form of a hug. It isn't a 9 hug. It's a 6 hug. A 6 hug can look more daunting, can look like the lady in the red dress, can look like the man in the red suit, can look like the devil, because of the 6s. It's so pristine. But don't fear. The 6 is the 6 carbon, 6 electron, 6 neutron, the number of the human, the number of the person, 6, the most beautiful. Control self spells. Have some dignity, have some self-care, do some self-challenges, accept yourself, do honesty. You are the change for society. Each individual is. It doesn't work from the outside first. It works from the inside first, faster. That is the optimal. That's why you feel it. It's inside. It is you. It is the me. It is the us. It is the levelsome. It is the beyond. It is source respect, source appreciation, source energy, source prosperity.